Merhaba and welcome back to the Ottoman campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Right. Shipbuilding capacity. I've got 108,000 tons of spare capacity now. So let's see what we can unsuspend. Let's unsuspend one. Let's resume, I think it's called, one battleship. A bunch of cruisers gonna be ready in 10 months. These two battle cruisers in 15. Of course, a couple repairs and stuff. Ready again next month. That's fine. Refitting these, I think that'll just have to wait until after the war. Because that's gonna take up a bit of tonnage. Yeah. Now we're almost done expanding the shipyard, actually. Right. Anyway, let's see. I started a naval invasion, didn't I? Against Britain? Was it? This is the problem with when it goes a couple days between each episode I record. I kind of forget what I was doing. I think it was Belgium that I started an invasion of. Let's see, because we got this one here active against Britain, right? That's still the Caribbean. It doesn't take a lot of tonnage. I can move some ships into here and we can take British Guiana. Right, let's do that. Let's see, where's British Guiana? There we are. 22,000 tons. That sounds like one battle cruiser and a couple other support ships. Not a big deal. Destination West Africa. Destination West Africa. Okay, one of these cruisers I'm sending here to fight this destroyer. One of them I'm sending somewhere else. Because I still want to send that one to fight the destroyer. But I'm not sure which it is. Yes, this one is now getting sent up there. Good. Right. We've got that cleared up. So now it is it's time to jump to the next month. And we can see what happens. A lot of things are happening. I'm blockading France. Excellent. Soviet Union and Netherlands are at war. Here we go, one light cruiser, one destroyer. Not a big fight, really, but let's get it done. Right, so this time I'm just going to use my 2 battleships. They got plenty of ammo. They're just hanging around doing naval invasions. And I don't think there are any more big battles left of this war to fight that they need to conserve ammunition for. So, might as well just go all out. And get these 2 Frenchies wrecked as soon as possible. We can just score some hits. We both have regular crew. I haven't seen that much combat. I guess it's good to get them leveled up. Mameluke, 20.7 kilometer torpedoes. Henri, 13.7. My 17.5s are slapping them pretty hard. The light cruiser has launched torpedoes. I don't turn too well, do I? Eau de Grace might take some hits here. Unless we can just explode the enemy first before the torpedoes arrive. There we go. No torpedoes taken. I hope. Yeah, nothing taken. Good. I kind of heard the sound of torpedo impact just as the battle was ending. But I guess that didn't count. Here we go. Northumberland class battleship. 20-inch guns. Couple cruisers. 1 destroyer. Let's just go with the dreadnoughts and shoot them. And we've made it into firing range, at least with the 16s. The smaller guns are not quite in range yet. Let's see. Gisela, you have 16-inch guns. Wadaloff, 16. Bayezid, 16. Barbaros Hayreddin, you got 13s. Feta, you got 13s. Mesudia, you got 14.5s, but only Mark 4. You can target Sentinel. There we go. Let's see, torpedoes. You are the ones with the 20-kilometer torps. Diana, 13.7. Sentinel, 15. Swale, Mark 3 20s. Decent range, actually. This is actually also not a bad design by the AI. Only really held back by these 20-inch guns only being Mark 3. That's not really bad, it's just not as good as it could have been. Oh yeah, they don't have the third layers. They only have one deck layer. Effective thickness of 7 inches. I should be able to pen that, shouldn't I? At max, at long range, yes. The destroyer has ceased to exist. I'm also scoring main belt pens. 0.5 times 4, that's like 26. Like armor thickness, I shouldn't theoretically be able to penetrate. But it does seem, and others have said this as well, that the Citadel doesn't actually cover all of the main belt area. You can get main belt pens even if you cannot go through the Citadel. Of course, the game doesn't actually tell you what is covered by the main belt, but not covered by the Citadel. So, who knows? Anyway, we're gunning down this battleship without much problem. And they've yet to hit me. If that happens, it's gonna hurt. Mark III or not, 20-inch guns are pretty big. But there she goes. Down to structural damage. And her last salvo did not hit anything. Let's have some of these 16-inch guns target Sentinel. I have to have my entire force targeting one light cruiser. We can spread the love a bit. And target the heavy one too. There we go. That was a main belt pen for 20,000, and that was probably also a Citadel pen. Which wouldn't really take much. Affordable cruiser though. The Sentinel. There goes Diana too. Alright. Stacking up those victory points. Now let's see what the enemy has left. My transport losses have gone down. Only 11 lost this month. Not that bad. I would have liked to see the French and British lose more though, but invasion of Panama going well. French are trying to interrupt. Let's meet there. Now the invasion of Belgium. I think that is what I was doing. in the previous episode. There. Now, in fact, it's not a lot of tonnage required. Let's move this force, the battlecruiser force, up here. And we're going to start taking Scandinavia. And this force, the big dreadnought force, they can just move south a little bit and invade both Belgium and the Netherlands at the same time. We've taken Sulawesi. That is good. Let's have this force move up. It'd be nice to take Eastern China. Because the army is not getting anywhere. Right, we got one convoy battle, and then it's on to the next month already. It's once again Dees being in battle against Restless class battlecruiser. I think that's a new one. I don't remember seeing one like that, but maybe I just forgot. I know, I think I remember seeing one like that. Right. Are you both 32 knot capable cruisers? You are. You can just follow the battlecruiser. Light cruiser, you can... I don't know. Donuts here until I need you. Let's see, if this is a ship I need to respect... I mean, I can't outrange it. Maybe. Big guns, though. Poor range, but big guns. Heavy shells, 2 powder 3, TNT 3. Probably not very explosive. We are in range. Orpheus. My target. Four belt pen with HE. They are returning fire. Or deck. Partial pen, aft belt pen. Main deck partial pen. If I can stay at 30 something kilometers, they're not going to be able to fire back. And I can possibly score deck hits. Oh, we switched the target, did we? Don't do that. Let's get a little bit closer. It's not really doing too much. Let's bring in the torpedoes. Not the best torpedo delivery system for this job, but it's what I got. Draft build pen. Nice. Now, these has been in combat in many months in a row, so she's running a little bit low on ammunition. At least HE. Which is what I've been firing the most. Yes, I have a standard ratio ammunition loadout. And the cruisers join in too. Could score extended belt penetrations. Which is probably the way to go about fighting this. Oh, you just want to switch targets. No. Main guns on the battlecruiser. Secondary guns can target the transports. When you get that close. You can fire AP actually. Cruiser guns aren't really doing too much. Are causing crew losses though. It is something. There's some flooding here and there. Yeah, that hurt. I like to knock out some turrets here. I think these will need more than 1 month in port for repair after this. You are to heal over to fire. My heavy cruisers are slaughtering transports with the secondary guns. It seems Orpheus has lost a lot of turrets. A and Q turrets are knocked out. X turret is still operational. It can't fire because of the angle. More flooding on Orpheus. Fatih is approaching. Might get Orpheus on flooding before my torpedoes get here. Or crew loss, actually. Almost 41%. I think it's gonna be flooding. No, actually, crew loss or flooding? It was crew loss. By a fraction of a second. Right. So the torps were not needed. Let's just finish off the convoy. My cruisers are intact. More or less. There we go, last one. Right. So she's gonna be in port for a while. But that's okay. I got plenty of operational ships. The same cannot really be said for the British. Or the French. %, that's gonna be done next turn, invasion of Venezuela. Port Blair, Andaman Islands. I don't know. We'll probably just pick that up as war operations. I thought I told you to move to port. You can get me some missions. These army invasions not doing much. They got one light cruiser here in my Mediterranean. Let's send out a couple heavy cruisers to deal with that. And this light cruiser that I was dealing with is now going somewhere else. So, yeah. Military conflict. Norway, 0% chance to succeed because it works backwards for some reason. I'm hoping they can fix that. That's a problem in the vanilla game as well. Yeah. And it is now November. And the very long year of 1946 is coming to an end. I got some meetings here. Oh, it's almost a task force. 1 heavy, 2 lights, 2 destroyers. Right. You cannot stop my invasion with that, France. And it is quite the storm. .16-inch guns have already opened up. missed it. Alright, let's select targets. Oh. They're hiding in the smoke screen. So let's just get the line formed up so everyone can open fire once the enemy becomes visible again. Oh, they're not that far away. Oh, 30 kilometers, that's a decent range, but that means even these guns can open up as I see them. And there they are. When is the heavy cruiser? Where is the heavy? There it is. Sixteens. That is your job. What kind of torp ranges are we looking at? Ooh, nothing from that one at least. Kind of just disintegrated. "20 kilometer. And these ones have, of course, select you, 20.7. Seen those before. Yeah. With both incoming and outgoing fire. That's nice. And I think that's the end of Bambara. Almost. She's still afloat. That's the end. Did not get to launch those torpedoes. Secondary fire also opening up now on Admiral Obe. Her torpedoes blew up, so that's nothing to worry about. gonna go down. Is that 3 on each? Hard to tell. Well, now it's 6 on 1, so that doesn't matter. And she's gonna sink too. Nice. That was another 5 French ships sunk. Steadily clearing away enemy ships from the oceans. At least one more French light cruiser to go though. Right. I'm also happy with how these cruisers turned out. Like visually. Nothing special, but enemy has been sighted. Cruising speed only 22 knots. Gear turbines too. Right. Could probably be improved upon. Or I'm just gonna let them be stay as they are. Let's go with AP. Not getting a whole lot of hits yet. We've done 50 damage. We are closing in though, ever so slowly. What was your extended belts? 0.6. We got torpedoes incoming. Let's give them a wide distance. Got no more deck launchers. There's a couple of underwater tubes left. Flooding, no funnel. Down to 23 knots. Let's also go down to 23. Get that cruising speed bonus. We're gonna have to get these guys by crew loss as well. Still no damage taken, by the way. Well, darn it. Spoke too soon. It's just a secondary gun, though. It doesn't matter. More flooding. I think it's gonna be the flooding that does it, actually, not the crew loss. And there she goes. Very resilient, these French light cruisers. Actually. And that was okay. I wanted to actually see the transport losses, but it probably wasn't too bad. And I've gained some more territory. Oh, they got one battleship here. I'm gonna have to keep this task force here for a bit longer, though. Or do I? Because I got 2 new battlecruisers here. They can do this and handle that British battleship. Well, this big task force can go... Can I take Northwest England? Or should I try to take something else? Oh, they're trying to take Torshavn. But they haven't actually sent any ships up here. Interesting. Northeast England, 555. Eastern England, 343. Let's take Southern Norway. I got a task force in place there to do just that. Venezuelan invasion was successful. Let's add those two to that force. Those 2 battlecruisers. These battleships can go down here. We're gonna take Brazil. Now, how about France? I still have this active for another couple of months. And this one. But next month and next episode, we're gonna have to remember to do some invasions here in Asia. I'm thinking like Eastern China. Or maybe that will not be necessary. Because there are now 2 pretty big land invasions going on. Let's see. Let's wait and see. We can do Korea first and then see if the army is actually advancing here. And then this task force can be freed up to do some other invasions, some other place. Right, but that is for next time. Goodbye, and take care.